Good morning and breaking news. On April 19, 1989, a girl jogger was attacked and raped in Central Park. This girl's name was Trisha Mell and was an innocent girl who was just jogging around the park. Now Macon is going to talk about more details.
Thank you, Melanie, for the introduction. Now, down to our story. April 19th, 1989, a jogger was brutally beaten and raped close to death. It will later be revealed that there was semen found at the scene of one sole perpetrator. 30 teenage boys, named the Wolf Pack, happened to be there that night at the same park. Of the 30, the police apprehended 5 on April 19th to 20th. Their names were Antron mccray, Corey Wise, Yusuf Salam, Kevin Richardson, and Raymond Santana. The boys were underage while being interrogated, and only one of them was legally interrogated, even though he was disabled. The boys were coerced for at least 10 plus hours. The boys stated they were forced to write a confession in order to go home, in which the confessions themselves did not connect all 5 boys at the same time of the crime scene. The crime labs involved were the FBI's and the NYPD. The boys were eventually charged and indicted on crimes of assault, rape, and attempted murder on April 27th and 28th, 1989. Gradually over time, at least a decade, the 5 were released one by one. June 12, 2002, Matthias Reyes finally confessed to the crime. Eventually, there was a lawsuit to the state of New York in which the boys, now men, were given at least $40 million in the second try of a lawsuit. Now on to our stakeholder, Jordan Woods.
Thanks, Mekon. One of the 5 boys was named Antron mccray. Antron mccray, at the time of his arrest in the connection to the Central Park jogger case, was only 15 years old. He was pushed to falsely confess by his father, who believed Antron might be able to go free if he told the police he was involved in the jogger's rape. Unfortunately, this led to Antron being wrongfully convicted, and he ended up serving 6 years in prison. After the 6 years, Antron was released when Matthias Reyes confessed. He and his others received $40 million. Antron mccray is now 46 years old and is happily married with a family of his own. Now on to Dominic to explain to you more information about the Innocence Project.
The Innocence Project was founded in 1992 by Peter Newfield and Barry Shesnek at the Cardozo School of Law. It is a legal, non-profit organization that exonerates the wrongly convicted through DNA testing and reforms the criminal justice system to prevent future injustices. The Innocence Project started by gathering extensive information about each case application. Their intake and evaluation staff then researches each potential case thoroughly, sharing their findings with the legal staff. The combined teams ultimately determined whether DNA testing can be conducted, and if so, whether the favorable results can prove innocence. The Innocence Project, as soon as June 2018, received 55% of its funding from individual contributions, 16 from foundations, 16 from events, 8 from investments, and the remainder from corporations. The Innocence Project has helped so many innocent people who have been convicted for crimes they didn't do, and will hopefully continue in the future.